Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Stanley number BF30352C. I believe that's the right part number. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, it's BF30-35, and it is a 2C, meaning it is zinc. Okay, zinc-plated steel. This is a typical roller that's going to be used in the leading panel of a bifold. So if you had a 2-panel bifold door, you would have one of these installed. You'd have one of these installed for every pair of 2 folding panels. So if you had a 4070 with 2 sets of those, you'd have 2 of these. Not uncommon to replace these. It is really that leading edge that seems to take all the abuse when it comes to the doors being opened and closed countless times, or when something is in the way and the door is closed. This top roller really is the part that fatigues first, but this is from a very low cost economy grade kit, even though the Stanley kit is very good. I can't imagine the millions of these that have been manufactured over the years. Let's take some dimensional properties of the guide wheel. Overall length, about 2.5. It is spring-loaded. That's how you install it, or remove it, I should say. Down to about 1 15/16, 1 7/8 perhaps. That is going to fit simply into a hole that's been drilled into the top of the leading panel. That's just going to be pressure fit in there. That's all. You'll lift that down, slide your panel in, and let that pop and sit into the track that it will sit into. The outside diameter of the wheel, 0.866, 0.866. The thickness of the wheel, 0.28 inch, 0.28. You're going to need about a maybe a 7/16 hole to fit that down to, maybe slightly larger. But you want to drill that hole and you want to very carefully tap that down into the hole, and that's all. Very common to replace this material. It's wear and tear, it's maintenance. Bifolds are, doors that take a lot of use. And when it comes to bypass, pocket, especially pocket bifold, I would not use the low-end hardware. It's material that is awfully difficult in 20 years to replace when it's been discontinued for a decade, if you follow my meaning. Buy the highest caliber material that you can when it is within reason. You don't want to use, I-beam track that's rated for 275 pounds for hollow core, 1-foot panels. But the point being, go to the next higher caliber. While this has been around forever, in 20 years, who's to say it will not have been re-engineered and no longer available? Let's switch to the screen view and take a closer look at the supporting documentation. Here is the item that we are looking at. We have some images of the item that we can take a look at, linked to down below. General image, a side view, a top view, bottom view, the Stanley logo stamped onto the material, the wheel, showing it compressed. There is also a link to the cut sheet that's here. It's a single-page document from the full catalog that shows this item along with its sister products when it comes to this 30-pound rated bifold material. The entire kit, dependent on the length, the bottom pivot, the top pivot, and the wheel guide. This is all very common to replace. These are called bifold door aligners. You would only use them when you had pairs of panels hinged together. So if you had 4 individual panels is the only time that you would use these. And they serve to draw the inner panels together nice and tight so that they're flush with each other. This is a bifold door hinge, also known as a non-mortise hinge. This will hinge your panels together. This would be used in... You slide this would be called a snubber, is what I would call it. I don't know that Stanley calls it a snubber, but snubber is a technical term from Lawrence Brothers when they were in business and manufactured sliding hardware. That allows you to push the doors closed and leave some tension on the door so that they stay in the closed position. This would be used for a pair, again, a 4-door opening. The jam bracket is what the bottom guide sits into. These teeth will fit into here, and then you can rotate that clockwise or counterclockwise to drive the doors up or down. And then lastly, a knob. Of course, you can use any knob that you like. There's also a link below this video to the product catalog. This is all things sliding and folding door hardware from Stanley, and their name has been synonymous with this material for decades. If you're buying prepackaged bifold doors from a home center, from a lumber yard, a mill worker, it's very likely that they're going to have Stanley hardware packaged in those boxes to begin with. People will often call and say, yeah, I know I can buy the Stanley that comes with it, but I need upgraded material. Well, Stanley offers that as well. They have some 125-pound rated material that you can easily use as a bifold as well, 125-pound rated. And if your application permits it, I would suggest, again, the upgrade. Bypass material, its constituent components are there as well. Heavier duty material, 250-pound. So don't let the name Stanley be synonymous with that low weight 30-pound capacity. They can get you heavier material as well, as evidenced by this catalog. Pocket door frames are here. All the track hangers necessary for that as well. There is a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Stanley products that we sell, but by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to that full product catalog here. Let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, the purpose of this video is to give you a visual review of the item with the intent of it being able to allow you to absolutely determine this is correct or it's clearly not. And there it is, top wheel. Okay, pretty common material. The name Stanley is synonymous with a lot more than just this stuff. They are associated under the Dorma Caba name now as it pertains to architectural hardware, along with Precision and Best. And if, I know Stanley mostly for their hinges. To me, they're a hinge manufacturer, but a lot more than just that. If you have any questions on the BF30-35 and a 2C finish or any other Stanley product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.